guys, this is Dr. Peters. I wanted to tell you about our upcoming trip for next summer. We will be going to Venice, the Alps, and Paris, and we're going to be taking an extension to England. Now, I just want to point out in the upper right-hand corner of the screen is the website for our tour website, so make sure you go and check that out. It has all of this awesome information on it. So, why are we traveling? Well, I've been traveling since I was 14 years old. It's when I took my first international trip, and it truly changed my life. And so that's why for the last several years, I've been taking students on trips. This tour is awesome for our group. There's tons of great history, and it takes us on a really diverse look at Europe. We get to be in Venice, which is a gorgeous city in Italy. We'll get to go to Switzerland for the Alps mountainous region. We'll get to be in Paris and then, of course, London. And they're all very diverse, unique cities. This tour is so wonderful because it helps you know more about the world and how to navigate the world. We'll get to ride on public transit systems. We'll get to experience different languages, different money, all sorts of really amazing things. And I'm really excited to share that with you. By the way, that picture of me down at the bottom, that's in Paris. One of my favorite quotes is from Mark Twain, and he said, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Like I said, it's one of my favorite quotes and one that I really live by. I started my first savings account for travel when I was 14, and I still have it today, and I still use it. By the way, that picture is one that I took in, Greece this last summer. So here's some really neat pictures of traveling I've done with students in the past. Of course, the upper right-hand corner is Rome. The bottom is in Italy, and of course, an airplane. These are some students on a ferry between England and France. We had a lot of fun. And these are all just various pictures as well. You can see there's two of Paris with the Eiffel Tower in the background. So why did I choose EF? Well, it's a travel company I've used 7 times now. They have 50 years of experience. They have offices all over the world. It's an education company. It's in the name, Education First. And I love their travel experiences in addition to their price. I've done tons of research, and you get the most bang for your buck using EF, and I've loved everyone I work with. So who do we work with? Well, in the upper left-hand corner there is Jocelyn, and she is amazing. She is our tour consultant, and I know her really well. We've had dinner just recently. We talk on the phone regularly. She is awesome. Up in the upper right-hand corner is our support team. Kevin once gave me a call when he knew I missed a flight, and he got me booked on the next one right away. They are an awesome support staff. So how about safety? Well, while we're in Europe, we'll always have a tour director with us. We'll have chaperones, including myself, and I'm, of course, a very seasoned world traveler. There's a 24-hour emergency on-call service, and EF has the peace of mind policy, and of course, along with me, my own approach to safety. And students will be meeting several times throughout the year to go over safety and things to expect and things like that. I've never had any problems and don't really expect to have any in the future. So why group travel? Well, we get the best value. And of course, we have the best experiences. You'll get to meet other students from around the country. This last summer when we went to Italy and Greece, we got to meet kids from Oklahoma and Texas. And a lot of my students made great friendships with them. And so that's a really special thing. I've included in our tour the Global Travel Protection Plan, which covers all of your insurance, essentially. It's a really great value, and so I always pay for it for myself, and so I've put it into the price of the trip. So on the trip, what will you be responsible for? Spending money. So you will have lunch every day. The tour cost includes breakfast and dinner, and of course, any drinks, snacks, souvenirs, things like that. We'll also be tipping our tour director and coach driver, and of course our local guides. You will need to have a passport, and then any airport baggage fees, but that's not an issue for my groups, so we won't even go over that right now. You will need a passport for our trip since we're traveling out of the country. And you can't have a passport that's expiring within 6 months of our return date. So for me, my passport doesn't expire until August of 2017, but because we're leaving in June of 2017, I have to get a new passport for this trip. And you will need one as well if you don't already have one. So what does the cost include? Well, our round trip flights, hotels, breakfast and dinner, like I said before, our coach, which is a bus. It includes that insurance plan that I discussed. Our full-time tour director, who is amazing, by the way. Our itinerary, and that includes sightseeing, the fees to local attractions, our tour guides, things like that. I really got to say, the cost effectiveness of this tour is really amazing. So let's talk about it. If you're a student, the total cost of the trip will be $4,630 and adults will be $5,025. And that's the date those are the prices that are good through the end of this month. So I apologize, I'm late in getting this out. So it'll of course be a little bit more per month, but it averages out to about $413 a month, which is about $14 a day. So that includes all of the things I talked about before, plus the insurance, and we're going to have 2 extra excursions that I'm really excited about. We're going to be going up Mount Pilatus, which is going to be an amazing trip, and we're going to have an evening in Switzerland where we're going to have a full event. It'll be Swiss fondue and music and dancing and things like that. We just did that in Greece and got to throw plates. It was a really fun experience, so I'm excited to do this in Switzerland, which is, by the way, my favorite country. So just some ideas. I pointed out that in 20 hours a week for about 3 months, you could have essentially half of your trip paid for. We also have plenty of time that on your donation page that EF gives you, you can ask for presents, financial donations to your page for birthdays, the holidays, any special occasions that you might have. So how can you pay? You can pay in full at enrollment, or my favorite option is the automatic payment plan. It's free, and it'll simply bill you every month, which my students have found to be the most easy way to get this done, and this is what I always use as well. So who's in? This is how to reserve your spot. Just go to that website and get signed up. You can also call and they're very helpful at that number as well. I prefer to use the internet, but you do what works best for you. So please feel free to contact me. It's peterse@parkhill.k12.mo.us, or you can find me on Twitter at Ms. Peters, PHHS. Thanks so much for watching, and I cannot wait to go on this trip. Have a great day. Bye-bye.